What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Well, once again, back here with another realistic rebuild, and today we have the Miami Heat, who are really good on the season thus far into the season. Now, I just did a 10-year Miami Heat rebuild not too long ago, about a month ago, but in that one, I thought we'd be more looking at a team that might sell off a piece of the deadline, but honestly, with the way they look right now, they could be buyers this coming deadline. So let's go ahead and jump in and do a Miami Heat realistic rebuild in NBA 2K26. The Miami Heat currently find themselves 12-6 on the season. Tyler Hero just made his season debut tonight as well, and this is what the team is looking like. Of course, they acquired Norman Powell in the offseason, and he has been absolutely amazing for them. 25 points per game, 46% from three. Really not much more you can ask from than that. So I've always thought that trading Powell at the trade deadline while he's playing really well would make sense for the Miami Heat, but at this point, probably makes sense to find a way to keep him here in Miami. The unfortunate part about that in the 2K world, which is why I do often trade him, is he's not very good. Unfortunately, he just isn't, as far as like he will regress in 2K. But all in all, we'll make it work. So what we're going to do, Hero's back. So it'll be Davion Mitchell, Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, Bam Adebayo, Chloe Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Andrew Wiggins, Pell Larson, Fontecchio, and then we will run 10-man. So Jovic gets involved a little bit there too. So let's go ahead and submit the rest of year one. And if we do stop at the trade deadline to buy a piece, we could also look into the idea of that as well. So 12-6 on the season. Hero's already out again. That sucks. But okay, it's all good. I will see you guys at the trade deadline if we decide to stop there to maybe make a big move if there's something to be obtainable there. So I am stopping the trade deadline as we're 34-18 on the season. And I do have a trade target in mind. Someone who I don't think would cost a lot. And I do think he'd fit really well in Miami. So I'm talking about a point guard over in New Orleans, that being DeJounte Murray. So of course he'll be coming off an injury, but he's 81 overall. He shouldn't cost a ton, which is why I'm kind of interested in doing this. And I want to upgrade a position while we're here at the trade deadline with how good we are on the season. Now, one thing I wanted to figure out is if Miami can include Rozier's salary in a trade. Now, it looks like, unfortunately, based off my research that I did for a couple seconds, it says that the NBA hasn't even told Miami if they could do that or not. So that is kind of interesting because obviously Rozier is, we all know what's going on with him. So we also could just include Wiggins as well. I mean, considering we may not I guess he's a player option. I don't know. So either way, I want to upgrade from, Davion Mitchell. I like Davion Mitchell, but if we can get DeJounte Murray to be our starting point guard, I think that'd be pretty cool. So that's why I'm interested in doing that to start things off here. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, I have no idea on whether or not I'm going to be including Rozier in this trade or not, but it would be nice if I could, because obviously he'll probably won't play again. But his salary matches perfectly, funny enough. So kind of want to be able to do that, to be honest with you. But if we did Wiggins instead, again, Murray is not going to cost us a ton either. And he'll be a solid starting point guard for probably the next couple years at the very least, next to Tyler Hero. Bam. Like, I think he'd be I think he'd fit well. So, I mean, again, I think I want to include Rozier, but I feel like we're not going to be able to. So Wiggins for Murray, what would they say to that? They want Rozier. They want Rozier. Funny enough, they're going to give me Herb Jones. So the Pelicans, more than likely, we would not trade Herb Jones, let's be honest with ourselves. But that's not happening. So maybe, I guess, if they were, I would say this. If we did throw them 2 firsts, I mean, would they trade? I mean, I feel like they'd have to consider it at least. I'm not going to trade. I mean, Drew Smith. No, we can't do that. So, I mean, I guess we can throw Rozier back in here. But if we did trade 2 firsts, does that get us Herb Jones as well? Let's say it's Rozier instead, since he's more valuable, and they agreed. So I guess we'll do Terry Rozier, even though I'm not even sure if the Miami Heat can even do that. But it looks like, based off what I saw, they don't even know if they can do it. So DeJounte Murray, I feel like, is a solid addition. We didn't even trade much. We traded a 2nd-round pick for him, and the Pelicans would probably be just okay with getting off his contract and get it expiring for DeJounte Murray. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead, though, and simulate to the end of year one with DeJounte Murray added to the mix. And let's see if this team could go on a deep playoff run after that new addition in Miami. Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Flag is your Rookie of the Year. AJ Mitchell is your 6th man. Wemby is your DPOY. Anemius is your Most Improved. Trae Young is your Clutch Player. And Mike Brown is your Coach of the Year. And Zachary Staples is your Executive. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. All defensive first and all defensive second, all rookie first and all rookie second team. So another thing I have done is I did extend Norman Powell because I felt like he deserved it. I mean, he's having such a great season for the Heat. So I did give him a very similar contract to what he was already making. He finishes up with 22 points per game. But as I mentioned earlier, he does regress pretty... Like, he regresses pretty fast in 2K, which is why I've always traded him in previous videos. But in this one, since he's been so good from Miami, I extended his peak end age. I hope that everyone can kind of agree that Powell shouldn't regress as fast as he does in 2K. So he should be able to be somewhat decent for us for a while, which is what I wanted out of that. We are going to the playoffs with no Bam Adebayo as he has a torn right labrum, so that's kind of unfortunate. But here are your player stats. So you had 23 from Tyler Hero and 22 from Norman Powell, 20 from Bam, 18 from DeJounte Murray. So he ended up being a pretty good addition. Would the Pelicans want more than a second, perhaps? But like I said, I could see them just being okay with getting off Murray's salary entirely and just taking on an expiring contract, because Murray does have like 3 years left on his deal. But maybe we should have had to trade it first. Maybe I would go back and do that if yeah, that would maybe make sense. But I guess Bam can play through it. I forgot about that. So yeah, we're gonna have Bam in these playoffs regardless, or healthy in this first round, as we get to play the Philadelphia 76ers, who have Maxey Edgecombe, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, Embiid, Quentin Grimes, Andre Drummond, and Jared McCain. I do think this is a winnable series, but let's see what happens. We're down 1-0 to start things off, so 21 from Hero did not matter. We do even it up, though, so that's a big win, as we didn't want to lose both games at home. And we do take the first road game, so that's a good one. And we go tied up. Okay, so now we got 2 games, at home coming up. So Bam is fully healthy. I like my starting 5 right now. I think we can at least get to the second round. That's, I think that's pretty reasonable to ask for here out of the 2K7 this first season. And we are going to go ahead and go up 3-2, which is a big win. Can we beat them in 6? Yes, we can. So just like that, we are on to the second round. We get to play Detroit or Toronto, which both teams have been incredible in real life. So especially Detroit. Toronto, not, like I said, not to disrespect them either. They've been really good too. We do get to play. We get to play the Raptors. So Miami and Toronto, we could punch our ticket to the conference finals already, but we'll have to see. Miami is, or Toronto is a team that can sometimes give you some issues here. So game 1 is going to go to us, though, 150 to 124. So we're putting up some high points, though, in these playoffs, I'm noticing, which is nice. Game 2 is going to go to Toronto, though. Game 3 is also going to the Raptors. We got to win game 4, and we do. Okay, so just like the previous series, we got a tied series. Everyone's on fire, looking good. Can we come out here and win game 5 to take a 3-2 lead like we did in the first round? They had a lead there. We took it back for a second, but looks like Toronto took it back, and they're going to run with it. So we got to win 2 in a row to get out of the second round here. So let's see if we're capable of doing that. It's going to be tough, but I do think we are potentially able to do so. Let's see if we can't force a game 7. We have a nice lead right now. As long as we don't blow it, we are indeed going to a game 7. So 160 to 126. As I mentioned, man, we're putting up some high point totals here, which I love. And now we go to a game 7 in Miami to get back to the conference finals since the Jimmy Butler days, right? So let's see if we can't do that. We have a nice lead right now, but Toronto is looking to get back in the game. Can we hang on? Yes, we can. 134 to 139. In year number 1, we have punched our ticket to the conference finals. I will say the road may end here. It is very often where the Knicks make it to the NBA finals in year 1, like regardless what happens. I feel like I see that almost every time. Now, we did trade for DeJounte Murray, so I don't know if that would fix some things here, but let's go ahead and simcast, because we know the Knicks are going to be a very tough outing here. As I mentioned, they often make it to the finals always in year 1, but we may have a game 1, maybe. It is going to go to us. Okay, so we do take game 1, so that's a good start. 31-76 from Bam, 26-4 and 2 for Norman Powell. Now it is time for game 2. It's a good road win. If we can get another one, we could be in business, as we do get off to a hot start. Maybe we can take both games, but the Knicks are going to take the lead here, and they do make sure to not lose both games in Madison Square Garden, which makes sense. Okay. We go to a big game 3 now, as we do need to win at least one of these, because we do not want the Knicks to take both road games. That would be troublesome for us. We have a nice lead right now, but I'm not going to discount the Knicks, but we are going to go up 2-1. So maybe, just maybe, we can break that Knicks thing that always happens. As I said, they're always in the finals, it feels like, in year 1, but maybe it's going to be our turn here. Can we go up 3-1 on the Knicks right now and put them in a tough position? We cannot. So they're going to tie the series. It is 2-2. I mean, we're giving them a battle, though. And if you were a Miami Heat fan, and if you were asked if you could make it to the conference finals and, this season, I'm not sure. Maybe there's people out there that would say, yes, we can. But, I mean, it is a wide open East, so maybe that's pretty reasonable. But we're down 3-2. So we gotta win game 6 or we're done for here. Let's see, man. Force a game 7. Can we do that? It is going to be no, it's going to the Knicks. As I said, man, it often goes to them, but the fact that we made it as far as we did and the fact that we pushed the Knicks as far as we did, I do feel good about that. But they do go on to win the championship. At the end of the day, though, no moral victories. That is an L at the end of the day. The Rockets also made it to the finals, but I feel good that we can build off what we just accomplished, and we do have some young players that will develop even more. Like Jonas could play potentially a bigger role next year, and some other guys. So can't be too discouraged, but man, would have been nice to make it to the finals in year 1. That would have been awesome. Well, one thing I know for sure is we are going to have a lot of I'm trying to say the right thing. We are going to have no money, basically. We know we are paying a lot of players here, especially after extending Powell, bringing in DeJounte Murray. Still have Wiggins player option, which he'll more than likely accept. We do have the 26th pick in the first round, though, so we could definitely use that to our advantage. Spoelstra, of course, is going to remain the head coach. That's not changing anytime soon. So I guess we just simply jump in and draft at 26, see if we can hit on that. And it is going to be a late pick, so it's going to be tough, but we're going to give it our best shot. So at 26, we have Sergio, we have JT Toppin, we got Thomas, and we got some guys. I do think I'm going to go ahead and take Thomas here, though, at the end of the first round out of Florida. So keep him in Florida, why not? Portland gets Peterson, Boozer's going to Indiana, and Nate Ahmed's going to Washington. Thomas is a 72 overall in the first round, not too bad. So yeah, kind of as I expected. Wiggins accepts his player option. We will accept Paul Larson, Jaime Hawkins, and Chloe Ware. I don't really know if this team is going to change much this offseason because, like I said, we're paying a lot of players already, so I don't really anticipate a lot of changes, but we'll see if we can maybe do a little bit of something here. So is there anything that stands out that we could possibly need right now? So obviously David Mitchell and Murray I feel good about as a point guard rotation, and Jonas might play a bigger role next year. Paul Larson, not bad as a backup too. Powell, Jaime Hawkins, Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Jovic, and then maybe you could convince me that we could do something different as the backup center. But then you could convince me we could just start Bam at the 5, and then maybe we could do something at the other center position. But at this point, as my phone is ringing, so hold on, I'm going to address that real quickly. Kind of want to see if the Mavericks would be in the business of trading away Daniel Gafford. As we know, more than likely they may be heading towards a little bit of a sell going into this season at the trade deadline. So I know I have Jovic's contract that would match pretty similar, which is why I'd be open for this. So Jovic for Gafford. I mean, I'm going to try, but I don't know if they'll say yes to this. This is all I really have to offer at the end of the day. They think they're a contender, which makes sense in 2K, but in real life, I could see this being a possibility, but don't think we can pull that. Oh, okay. It took us 2 firsts. That was a late first round pick, but I'm not mad at that. I think getting Daniel Gafford as our backup center feels pretty good. So I actually like that trade a lot. So we have Gafford, Chloe Ware, Wiggins, Bam. Wiggins, this will probably be his last year here. He'll probably regress quite a bit if I had to guess. And yeah, I think this is going to be our rotation going into the season. So getting Daniel Gafford feels like a really solid addition based off where I thought we weren't going to be able to do much this offseason at all. But Bam is down 1. Powell, despite pushing his regression down a little bit, or his peak end age, I should say, up, unfortunately, he did still regress just 1, but could be worse. Hawkins and Murray are staying okay, which I can feel good about that. Jonas did take a jump, but I'm not really sure if that's going to get him in the rotation just yet, which I feel bad about, but I mean, we could move him to the 2, and he might be better than Larson at this point, at least overall wise. So let's see if he would maybe be able to do that. He does go up, so maybe we put him in over Pell Larson, get him some minutes this year. But if we can basically be as good as we were last year, that would be my ultimate goal. And if we're not, then we probably go in a different direction with this roster, I will say. So maybe we trade away. I don't have any names, but I think we'd probably change some things because, like, this is a really good core. But it definitely has me a little worried on whether or not this team can ultimately win the championship. But I do think we have a good team, and that's all you can ask for. Power Rank does have us at 8th overall, so that's good at least. And I mean, we should probably get on the same page with our proficiency. It seemed like pace and space ran really well last year, so I do think we're going to go with that again and change Spoelstra's preferred system to that, so maybe that's a little bit aligned a little bit more there. So Murray, Hero, Powell, Bam, Chloe Ware, so same starting 5 with Ami Hawkes, Wiggins, Gafford now, Davion Mitchell, and then we can run a 10-minute rotation, get Jokic some minutes involved as well this year. So I like that a lot. We also have Pell Larson, Clark, Roddy, and Drew Smith as depth as well. So yeah, not too bad. I'm digging this roster. I do think we should be able to be a playoff team again. If we could be a top 3 seed again, that's even better. Don't think I anticipate any moves this deadline, but like I said, if we do disappoint this year, there could be some major shakeups, I would say. I did kind of have a bad feeling that last year might have been lightning in a bottle, and it looks like 2K kind of treated that as such, as we did not have as good of a regular season as last year. But Edwards wins MVP, Peterson's Rookie of the Year, Dame is your 6th man, Wemby is your D-boy, McCain is your most improved, Steph's your clutch player, Fence is your coach of the year, and Nathan Mack is your executive. But we are in the play-in as the 7th seed, so if we get one win, we're in, and then who knows, maybe some magic can happen there. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen the Heat go on a deep run from the play-in, so won't rule anything out, but we'll see. So we do end up as, like I said, the 7th seed in the East. We went 42-40, so not quite what I was looking for this season based off where we were last year, but as long as we get in, maybe we can make some noise when we're there. So you had 19 from Tyler Hero, you had 17 from Bam, 17 from Murray, 16 from Powell, and 12 from Ami Hawkes, 11 from Wiggins, and 9 and 8 from Chloe Ware. So let's go ahead, get to an 9-minute rotation in this play-in game, as we will be playing the Charlotte Hornets. So the Miami Heat could, in theory, trade for LaMelo Ball in real life, but kind of agree with what everyone has said. If you're the Miami Heat, would you rather have LaMelo or Tyler Hero? And at this point, if I'm the Miami Heat, I'd probably just rather keep Hero. We are going to be playing the Hornets without LaMelo, so we better win, I would say. Like, that should be a win for us. If we do win, we'll be playing Detroit round 1, which they aren't easy ever. The Knicks, of course, aren't easy either. So we'll have to play one of these top teams, but if we even win this game here. So let's see if we can do that. No LaMelo, so we should get the win, and we will. So it is going to be another playoff appearance for your Miami Heat. So we are going to be playing, like I said, the Pistons. Do the Detroit Pistons have any injuries that may fall in our favor? You do have Zaire Williams with shin splints, but nothing crazy. I guess Stewart is out, so that may hurt them a bit. But all in all, they still have Cade Cunningham, which obviously Cade is an absolute stud in the 2K sim. So we'll give it our best shot, though. So let's see if we can come out here and somehow upset the Pistons. So game 1, hey, we do get game 1, 137-136. So that's a big win. Game 2, okay, we win both road games. As I said, maybe, just maybe, we do get some Miami Heat magic and we get out of the play-in and go on a deep run. Can we go up 3-0 after being up 2-0 on this team as we win both road games? Let's take care of our first home game as well, and we will do just that. Wow. 3 wins in a row, and we will sweep the Pistons from the play-in tournament. If I'm Detroit, I would not feel good about that. Now, please give me the Bucks over the Hawks. The Hawks are always really tough as well. I will say they may have some injuries, though, over there in Atlanta. So maybe we could catch them at a good time, but I feel like I'd rather play the Bucks. I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of see where it goes. It's probably going to be the Hawks, and it is the Hawks. Okay, so Atlanta does have some injuries, it looks like, or they just have lost Trae Young, maybe. That's what it is. So Dyson Daniels may be out for a while, which would be big for us. Maybe we can catch the Heat at the right time. He's out for 46 weeks. I mean, they still have a good team, but I think we have a shot, man. I really do. I think we could definitely beat this team right now. Let's see if we can. So game 1, they don't have like Boozer or anything. So game 1, it does go to us. Okay. Game 2 is going to go to them, though. Let's simcast game 3. I'm feeling good about simcasting this one and maybe getting back to the conference finals. That would be pretty crazy after being in the play-in. We are going to go up 2-1 on this Hawks team. 97-132. Norm Powell does pick up an injury. Thankfully, he's playing through it, but would rather he didn't have an injury at all. So let's see if we can't win game 4 and go up 3-1 on this Hawks squad right now. And we are right there, man. Can we ever take the lead in this one? We cannot. It's a tied series. All right, Knicks and Bulls battling it out as well on the other side as the Knicks are up 3-1. We got Gafford now hurt as well, but both guys still are playing through it. So can we get a game 5 victory on the road, or are the Hawks going to be too much for us? We've had the lead for a little bit in this game, but the Hawks have taken it back. We take it again, and we do get game 5. We're up 3-2, going back to Miami. Can we win game 6 and get back to the conference finals for 2 years in a row? We have a lead right now. Do not let up. Get this win, and we're back in the conference finals. Wow. Honestly, did not expect that based off how the regular season went, but we are back in the conference finals as the 7th seed. We get the Knicks or the Bulls. Let's see what it'll be. Of course, it'll be the Knicks. Okay, Phoenix Suns and OKC or Minnesota on the other side. It will be the Thunder. So, the Knicks do have Landry Shamet starting at the 2. Does that mean they have an injury? I don't know. Maybe. No, it doesn't look like it. So, the Knicks I will say, the Knicks in year 1 are a lot different in Knicks year 2. I feel like after year 2, they fall off a little bit. Or after year 1, they fall off. So, I do think we have a shot here, man. I really do. So, game 1 is going to go to the Knicks. Game 2 is going to go to them as well. Maybe we do not stand a chance here. Man, that kind of sucks. But let's see if we can't come out here and win game 3 and game 4. We've had game 3. We had a lead for game... Nah, we're done for here, man. So, the Knicks are going to take us out, it looks like. I'm not even going to simcast. The Knicks... okay, we get 1 and we lose in 5. So, back-to-back conference finals, but the Knicks have owned us both times. That's really crappy. But... And the Knicks win back-to-back championships as well. So I guess we can't be too mad at ourselves. But this is going to be a very interesting offseason because I don't know if we're going to have max salary cap space. But I know that Hero is going to come off the books. Will Murray accept his player option? Wiggins is coming off the books. And if Hero and Murray and Wiggs are off the books and we have the ability to sign a max player, I might have to consider it. We'll see, though. Let's see what those guys do first. It's going to be a very interesting offseason. So, draft lottery, I don't think is going to matter for us. We will not have a pick this offseason as our pick is heading to Charlotte. Staff signings, Spoelstra, of course, going to stay. No problems there. We can get past draft night because we will not have a pick in this draft unless we have a second, which I don't think we do either. So, nothing there. Okay, so let's see what Murray does with his player option. I almost prefer if he would decline it. Let's see, though. He does accept it. Okay, so Chloe Yakachonas will, of course, accept. Murray accepts his player option. I was going to say, if he declines that, man, which, you know, it could have gone either way, but I understand him accepting it, we would have a lot of cap space. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. But Chloe Yakachonas and Murray, of course, will go ahead. And then Jaime Hawk has the free agent, too. So, here's what free agency is looking like, though. So you do have like Giannis and Jokic here, and even Wemby, which we probably wouldn't be able to get. Donovan Mitchell is here in Miami. He's got Steph in free agency, you know, AD. So what do you guys think? Do we just re-sign Tyler Hero and run it back and re-sign Jaime Jaquez, or do we go big fishing? I don't know. It's a good question, man. It really is. If I were gonna do that direction, though, like I said, we would have to go for somebody big like a Giannis or a Jokic. And I know the Miami Heat have coveted Giannis for quite some time, but we'd have to find a way to get off DeJounte Murray's contract in order to do that. Is it worth it, though? Because we do not necessarily need Giannis unless we've played like... I mean, we could do something crazy where we play like Giannis at the 3, Bam at the 4. I mean, the spacing, though, could be a little wonky. I don't know, man. Can we even get off Murray's contract realistically, though, is the question. That's something we really need to think about. You know, I could see the Phoenix Suns being desperate enough to do something like this where they get Murray to go play with Devin Booker and they're only giving us a second to do so. I don't hate that idea. I think I am going to go ahead and do this. So, Murray, it was nice to have you for a couple of years, but I think we open up this cap room, and I do think that should give us enough. Doesn't. I was wrong. Okay, so that does not give us enough to re-sign or go for Jokic or Wemby. I was in the wrong on that. That actually sucks. Do we have enough for like Steph? No. What about Kat? No. Kyrie? Okay, we have enough for like Kyrie. So we have about $40 million in cap space. So if we were going to get more, we'd probably have to get rid of Jovic. Or no, we already traded him. What am I talking about? It's Gafford. I mean, we did just bring in Mark Williams, so maybe we could flip Gafford out of here and get cheaper there and keep going after it. I think Gafford would be a player that a lot of teams would like. So yeah, I think we keep going, man. I guess I'll just be taking a swap worst off the Clippers as Gafford will be heading to play with Zubac in their center rotation. So yes, I think that should in theory give us enough. Now, is going after Giannis and losing everyone here, such as Tyler Hero, Wiggins, Jaquez, David Mitchell, is that worth it? I have to think it would be. I mean, Giannis would make us a contender, I would think. So I do think I am going to do it. I'm going to pull the trigger on this. I'm going to bring in Giannis Antetokounmpo. I know the Miami Heat have wanted to go after him for quite some time, or at least rumors have said that. And the Miami Heat have been superstar shopping for as long as we can remember. So yes, I'm all for it. It's going to require us to basically get rid of everybody, but I do think we still put together a contender at the end of the day, which I'm going to do. So Hawkes is getting offer sheet. I don't think we can match it, unfortunately. So we're losing him as well, which really does hurt us. But we bring in Giannis Antetokounmpo. So that is a big decision to make, but it is one I am okay with, and we're going to live with that. So we do have a center rotation already with Chloe Ware and Mark Williams. We have Bam Adebayo and now Giannis, but we'll probably be playing Giannis at the 3. I don't know how well this would work, but defensively, I think we'd be really good. And we'll move Powell to the 2, Jokic Jonas back to the point guard, and he might develop into something special this year too, give him a little bit of a bigger role. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm all for it. We're going after it, man. We're going for it. So Davion Mitchell is only going to need a minimum, so I'm okay with bringing him in. And I also see Dante DiVincenzo, who would be a nice addition. Anyone else? Isaiah Joe, I wouldn't hate either. And Aldama. Yeah, I'll bring in Aldama as well. So, or at least one of those guys. So we get DiVincenzo and Davion Mitchell. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't think we can sign Aldama anymore. Or no, we can. So we get Aldama too. Okay, that feels good. Okay, I'm about to move some things around, but man, this is going to be a very interesting looking team going into next season. But Giannis is Giannis, so he should make us a contender, I would think. I'm also going to be signing Alex Caruso and Keon Ellis. So those are 2 guys that, of course, can come in and play when needed. So let's go look at progression and see how much this is looking, and especially with Jokic Jonas. So he's up to an 81, so he'll at least be very similar to what Murray was just for us. Powell has moved back to the 2, Bam Adebayo and Giannis. So, I mean, this is going to be a very interesting team, but spacing-wise, Chloe Ware can knock down some threes. In fact, he shot 39% from 3 last year. Bam is capable, obviously not the most efficient there, but we know Powell can knock it down. And Jokic Jonas, I mean, he's probably not efficient yet, but maybe going to this season, he will be, as his grade is up to an A-. Okay, it's a big risk to take. We let a lot of talent walk in free agency. We made it to the conference finals twice. We could have just kept going with that same team, but we took a big gamble. We went after a superstar in free agency such as Giannis. We're going to see if it pays off, man. There's a possibility we just took a big risk and we will miss. But if we win, then we're happy, right, with the result. So let's see, man. So proficiency with what we have right now, it looks like defensively would be 3.5, but we'll leave it at the pace and space as we've been really good under that. So here's what it is. We got Giannis, Jokic Jonas, Powell, Bam, Chloe Ware. I mean, I still like this rotation quite a bit. I think we can definitely still be really good. So we'll see if I'm right. I will see if the gamble will pay off. I will see you guys at the end of year number 3 or 4 at this point. Power rank has us 2nd overall, so they're pretty high on us. We have a lot of size here, so hopefully my thinking and my thought process will pay off as we're off to a very hot start. So it looks like it may have paid off at least up to this point. So at the end of this season, Cade gets the MVP trophy. Stokes is your Rookie of the Year. DeBonza is your 6th man. And Houston, kind of interesting how he ended up there. Wemby is your depoy. I bet what it was, I didn't fix the fact that they shouldn't have had the Nets pick, but whatever. Wemby's your depoy. Darius is your most improved. And Green is your clutch player. Spoelstra is your Coach of the Year, and executive goes to Daryl Brand. So as you guys can see, we did get a really good regular season out of this Heat team. Giannis does make an All-NBA first team, averaging 29 and 11. So yeah, he was really good. So I love to see that. All-NBA second, All-NBA third. What about some all-defensive teams? We got like Bam and Giannis on here together. Do get Giannis, but no Bam, unfortunately. Here's your all-rookie teams. But let's see, man. So we end up as the 1st seed in the East. If we look at the player stats, we had Giannis lead the way with 29, and we do have Aldama hurt, unfortunately, but Bam had 17, and Norman Powell had 16, 12 from Mark Williams, 11 from DiVincenzo, 10 and 10. So Jokic Jonas averaged 10 and 7, not bad, and Claire were 10 and 9 and a block and a half. So feeling pretty good. Jokic Jonas, as far as 3-point efficiency, went up to 34%. Powell shooting 43%, so our spacing probably wasn't the best, but I have to imagine that defensively, I haven't looked at this in a while, but we had to have been pretty good on the defensive side, as we were the #1 defensive rating, so that does make sense. Okay, so in round 1, we get to play the Orlando Magic, so the other Florida team, and they have no Paulo Banchero or Franz healthy for that matter, so if we find a way to lose this series, I'm going to be pissed. That's what I'm going to say right now. Yeah, Paulo and Franz both out. We should sweep this team. There should be no win going to Orlando. So we're up 2-0. We're up 3-0, and we're up 4-0. So we sweep them. That was easy. A lot of injuries on their side. Yagachonas did pick up an injury, but he's only day-to-day. And Aldama is out for the season, which does hurt a little bit. But ultimately, he is just a bench player, so I think we can live without him. Let's also go to an MI rotation now. Okay, so Atlanta or Cleveland. So we get to play the Hawks, which we did beat them last year, but Daniels was out. So that could change the series, but again, they don't have Trae Young, and they did not get like a boozer or something. So I think we should be okay. I think we could beat this team, but we shall see. Game 1 is going to go to the Hawks, though. Not a good start. Game 2 is going to go to us. Game 3 is going to go to us as well. Big win, 156-95. Holy moly. 28 from Mark Williams off the bench. What a win from him. No, he may have started actually. Yeah, he did. He's playing well, so he's taking Chloe's spot right now. We're up 3-1. We go back to the conference finals, or do we go to a game 7? We're going to a game 7. Okay. So game 7 with the Hawks, man. Yagachonas is hitting the bench. Mitchell is coming in to start over him, I guess. All right. I feel like this is our chance to get to the finals if we're able to beat the Hawks here, but not going to be easy because the Knicks are not going to be here. But can we hang on to this lead right now? And we will. 110 to 102. Giannis did pick up an injury, but looks like he's only day-to-day. We get to play the Pistons, which, as we saw last year, we did sweep them when we were the lower seed. Giannis has an injury, does bring him down 5 overall, which kind of hurts a little bit. Detroit, do you got an injury? Oh my goodness, Cade's out. Okay. So it's even, kind of. Although Cade, I mean, he's down to a 90 as well. Is he going to play through that, or is he done for right now? He is out for 1 to 2. We have to, and Dort's out. Not, just saying. But yeah, I mean, the injury luck is going on our side, so we have to win this series. Game 1 goes to Detroit, though. We even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Yep. If no Cade, I mean, like I said, we should have beat them. So we get out of the conference finals for the first time in this video. It took us a couple, or a few tries, but we did finally get there. And now OKC or San Antonio. I mean, both of them have Wemby and Shea. So who would I rather play? Pick your freaking poison, right? So it's going to be the Thunder, it looks like, though. That is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Giannis and J-Dub are your conference finals MVPs. Yeah, let's take the Thunder super serious, man, here. Obviously, they're going to be tough. And, yeah, so let's see what happens. Thankfully, Giannis is almost fully healthy, but let's simcast game 1 as we do start off with home court advantage. So let's see if we can take care of that and win game 1 against this Thunder squad. Did we make it to the finals just for nothing? And we are going to go down 1-0 to this Thunder team. Giannis is going to be fully healthy, which is good. We need that. All right, we got to win game 2. If we go down 2-0 when we had both games at home, that could be troublesome. But the Thunder are going to be potentially... Wait, can we take the... yes, we will. So we do win game... Oh, wow, Giannis with a big game there. We do win game 2. Now we just need to get one on the road. I think we could do that. We just got to get one. It would be nice to get it out of the way early here, but the Thunder got off to a hot start. Do we recover ever in this one? Doesn't look like it. So we do not come out playing well in game 3. Got to win game 4 or we are in dead trouble. So get off to a faster start, preferably. At least we're not off to a slow start, but the Thunder are still right there. We have a lead at the moment. Can we hang on to and take a 2-2 series back? Yes, we can. All right, man. This is what we want. Game 5 at home in Miami. Can we take the lead here? Get off to a decent start, but the Thunder do take the first quarter. We take the second by a little bit. We got a close one going into the 4th. Can we hang on to it? It's a 4-point game. Hang on to this. We're going up 3-2, and we are up 3-2 on the Oklahoma City Thunder. 1 win, and we are champions. Can we make it happen? Let's get Spoelstra another ring. Get Giannis another ring like he wants. Let's see. Can we win game 6 to make that happen? We're on the road right now. It is a close game 6 in OKC. I'd prefer not to go to a game 7 here. This might be a game where we have to jump into and watch. It is 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. We got to watch this unfold, man. Gonna be putting the controller down here. We will not be playing this. If I did, I'd probably choke it away. So the Thunder got the ball here. They're gonna inbound it to J-Dub. I do not see SGA on the floor right now. We do have former Thunder legend Caruso out there, though. Okay, so we got Chet with the ball. Gonna give it to AJ Mitchell. I don't know if SGA fouled out or not, but Caruso's playing some big minutes here. Powell, I thought, got a steal there for a second, but the Thunder will tie it up. All right, let's keep it going here. So Giannis, Mark Williams, and Bam are all on the floor together right now. Very interesting. Okay, Giannis down low over J-Dub is going to take the lead back 115-113. So Giannis has 49 on the night. He wants another champion. Or championship. I can smell it. Just got to get a stop here and get a basket on the other end. We could be in business. Chet Holmgren, I don't mind Bam guarding him. Bam Adebayo is going to play decent defense, but better offense by Chet as they do tie the game. All right, Chet with 17 points in the night, shooting 7% from the field. Giannis got J-Dub guarding him. Giannis is going to go back to Powell. Powell's going to get a go. I thought he was going to get a screen, but he's going to go to Giannis on the block. They're going to double team Mark Williams. Just cut, and he does. Beautiful cut by Mark Williams. 117-115. The size is absolutely killing the Thunder right now, it looks like. All right, man. They're going to get it to Chet in the block again. And Bam, better. I'm about to say, if Chet makes that shot, then GG's, I guess. All right, Giannis Antetokounmpo. In transition is going to slow it down. Just kidding. He's going to take it. Oh, big block by Chet from behind. Big help defense there. Mitchell is going to give it to Cason Wallace. AJ Mitchell back to J-Dub. Sorber with the ball. Again, they're going to Chet down low. They keep doing this. They're playing through Chet in the post. Giannis stays upright. It does not matter, or vertical rather. But the Thunder tie it again, man. Chet is cooking right now. If SGA doesn't come out here, I assume he has fouled out. He definitely probably has. Or he's hurt. I don't even know if that could be a fact too. But Giannis Antetokounmpo has the ball. It's a tied game. 31 seconds. Taking J-Dub down low. Gives it out to Davion Mitchell. And Mitchell's going to hit a mid-range. Beautiful shot by Davion Mitchell. All right. 25 seconds left. Let's go out there and get a stop. And we can be champions here. Let's see if we can do just that. The Thunder are going to be having Sorber inbound the ball. They're going to go to Chet. We know what they want to do. Bam Adebayo with a huge steal, though. Wow. And Chet fouls out, too. Holy moly. Bam Adebayo at the free throw line. He's going to miss. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I am curious. Is SGA playing or he fouled out? He must have fouled out. Surely he did play 20 minutes. He fouled out in 20 minutes? Holy crap. It's probably clutch for us. Okay, but Bam missed the first free throw. That's not good. So they can still tie it. They do have a timeout left. He's going to make the second one, though. So it's a 3-point game. It was a big steal, but man, would I rather have had a 4-point lead right now. But all right, let's see if we can come out here and get a stop on this defensive side. I mean, I love what we've been able to do so far. Sorber is going to inbound it to J-Dub. Giannis guarding him. AJ Mitchell almost hoisted a 3 immediately. All right, Giannis. J-Dub may go after just a layup. He's going to get it to Mitchell on the perimeter, and Mitchell's going to miss the 3. And that should be all she wrote. We need Bam to knock down at least just one free throw. That gives us a 4-point lead, and the only way they can tie it is if they're going to end 1-3, which is pretty rare, unless we just absolutely do something stupid. But Bam is going to make both, so it is physically impossible for the most part for the Thunder to tie the series on one possession. Unless if we just get something crazy to happen. But Collins is going to shoot a 3. He misses it. And just like that, the Miami Heat are your NBA champions. So that is a beautiful way to end this one. Going after Giannis did pay off, which shouldn't be something that was super risky. But it, we let a lot of talent walk out the door. So I feel like I was a little risky. But hope you guys did enjoy it. For the first time in this Heat video, or for a Heat video, I didn't trade Powell right away. So that was fun. But thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.